The Rasa. Govinda commenced Rasa with his devoted band. Rasa is a kind of dance in which many dancing girls take part. The gopis formed a circle, and the Krishna, the Lord of Yoga, was between every two of them, and he pressed them all unto his shoulders, and each of them thought that Krishna was near to her. How could one Krishna stand between every two of them, and how could each gopi think that he was near to her only, when he was near to them all? Therefore, the Lord of Yoga, that is of unimaginable powers, the sky became filled with hundreds of chariots of devas and deva girls, eager to witness the scene. Drums beat and flowers rained. The Gandharva kings with their wives sang the pure glory of Krishna. Loud was the clash of the gopis' ornaments. They danced and sang in great excitement. The moon lingered on with amazed look, and the night became prolonged. So the dance continued till at last the gopis became fatigued. Krishna wiped off their sweat and went with them to bathe in the Yamuna. After the bath, they most reluctantly took leave of Krishna. In these enjoyments, Krishna was self contained. Asked Raja Parikshit, the incarnation of Ishvara is for the spread of dharma and the putting down of adharma. What is this enjoyment of others' wives, contrary to all injunctions and hateful in itself, by one who is at once the originator and preserver of all dharma? Shuka said, even the great are seen to violate what we call dharma, and the gods become overbold. But this does not bespeak any evil of them, as they have got superior force, even as fire eats everything but is ever pure. But he who is not capable, that is, who is a slave to his body and its attributes, is not to perform such acts even in mind. If he does such acts through ignorance, he is sure to be ruined. It is only Shiva that could drink the poison that appeared from the ocean of milk. The words of the Lords are true. Their deeds are only sometimes true. That is, their exceptional life, which is governed by extraordinary consideration and unusual conditions, is not meant always as an example for ordinary beings. But what they say is always for the good of the universe and is to be followed as a teaching. What is given as their life is also sometimes allegorical and has to be understood in another sense. The wise man, therefore, follows such of their deeds as are consistent with the other words of the great ones. They have nothing to gain or lose by good or bad deeds, for they have no egoism in them. What is good and what is bad to him who is the Lord of all beings? By devotion to his feet and by power of yoga, even munis are freed from the bonds of good and evil. The Lord did only assume a body at will. Whence could there be any bondage in his case? And was there really an enjoyment of others' wives? No, for he dwells in all beings, even the gopis and their husbands. He is the manifester of all the senses. The assumption of the body is only a playful fancy. It is for the good of all beings that he became a man. His indulgences are such as are likely to make one devoted to him when heard of. Even the minds of those that are very much turned away from Ishvara are attracted towards Ishvara by means of Shringara Rasa or love topics. Hence the love matter of Sri Krishna. This is the purport. The people of Vraja, deluded by the Maya of Krishna, thought that their wives were by their side. They bore no ill feeling towards Krishna. It follows that those who perform such acts without such powers are sinners. When it was Brahma Muhurta, the part of the night immediately preceding the dawn, the gopis, with the permission of Sri Krishna, reluctantly left him and went home. He who hears or recites this play of Vishnu with the women of Vraja acquires supreme devotion to Bhagavat and shakes off in no time that disease of the heart called kama or passion for women. Sudarshana, Skanda 10, chapter 34. The Rasa is a teaching about conquering kama by treating of indulgence in kama itself. Similarly, this chapter treats of the conquest of Vidyadhara. on the occasion of a sacred festival of the Gopas, went to the banks of the Saraswati. Students will mark the significance of the Saraswati, which corresponds to Sushumna in the human system at this stage of spiritual development. They adored Pasupati and Ambika. They passed the night on the river bank. A huge serpent swallowed Nanda. The Gopas burnt the animal, but it would not let go its hold. Krishna then touched it with its feet, and out came a Vidyadhara from the serpent body. This Vidyadhara, by name Sudarshana, had been cursed by Rishi Angiras for having slighted him and became a serpent. Shankachuda, Skanda 10, chapter 34. One day, Rama and Krishna came to the forest to have company with the gopis. It was the first part of the night. They played upon the flute, and the gopis listened to the music with rapt attention. At this time, Shankachuda, the well known attendant of Kuvera, drove the gopis away northward. The girls wept and called out to Krishna and Rama for help. They ran after the Yaksha, who in terror left the gopis and fled away. Rama remained in charge of the Gopa girls. Krishna overtook Shankachuda and severed his head with its jewel and presented the crest jewel to Balarama. The separation song of the gopis. Skanda 10, chapter 35. At night, the gopis enjoyed the company of Krishna, but the day was their time of separation, and when Krishna went to the forest, they passed the time anyhow in singing about him. For the separation song, please refer to the original. Arishta, Skanda 10, chapter 36. Arishta, an asura in the form of a bull, attacked the quarters of the cows. The cows fled away, and the Gopas cried out, Krishna, O Krishna, save us. Krishna killed the asura. Narada and Kansa, Skanda 10, chapter 36. Narada told Kansa the female child was the daughter of Yashoda. Krishna and Rama are sons of Devaki. Vasudeva kept them with his friend Nanda out of fear. Those two brothers have killed your spice. In rage, the king of Bhoja took his sword to kill Vasudeva. Narada prevented him, but the king put Vasudeva and his wife in iron fetters. He then ordered Kesi to kill Rama and Krishna. He called his ministers together in council. Addressing Chanur and Mushtika, he said, Rama and Krishna are to kill us. So Narada told me, those two asuras came ready for Vraja. But Kansha said, no, you need to go. I shall send for the two brothers and kill them in a wrestling match. So prepare the playground. Place the elephant Kubalaya Pida at the entrance and let him kill my enemies. On the 14th day of the moon, let us commence Dhanur Yagna and let animals be killed in honor of Shiva. Kansa then sent for Akrura, one of the chiefs of Yadu clan. Akrura said, thou art my friend, and do the work of a friend. Please go to Vraja. Take this chariot and bring the two sons of Vasudeva. Tell them they are to see the Dhanus Yagna and have a sight of the town. Let Nanda and other Gopas come with presents. The elephant shall kill the two boys, or if perchance they escape, the wrestlers shall do away with them. I will then make easy work of Vasudeva, my old father Ugrasena, his brother Devaka, the Vrishnis, the Bhojas, and the Dasarhas. Then, O friend, the earth will be left without a thorn. Jarasandha is my guide. Vivid is my friend. Samvara, Naraka, and Vana have made alliance with me. With the help of these, I shall kill all kings that are on the side of the Devas. Know this to be my plan, Akrura said. The design is all right, but it may or may not succeed. Even lofty desires are frustrated by unforeseen obstacles. Still, man entertains them to meet with either joy or sorrow. But I will do thy behests. The council broke up.